Yo, yo, yo. What up, peoples? What it do? It's Friday. It's Friday, dude. Dudes and dudesettes. That lovely, lovely day, dude. That we always, most of us look forward to anyways, man. Hope you guys are doing well. We got another beautiful day ahead of us, full of video gaming news and hanging out with cool peeps and playing video games also. So we'll play some more Fallout New Vegas, maybe a little bit more God of Weapons. We'll see how it goes. I might split a little bit early, maybe go take the kids to get some food or something. We'll see. So I might, depending on how I'm feeling, I might end a little bit early today. We'll see though. Spend some time with the kiddos. It's Friday, you know what I mean? But we'll see. I'll let you guys know. If I do that, then I'll try and make sure that I go hard on one of the days this weekend, okay? But we'll see. We'll see what's up. But we've already got some pretty terrible news this morning on the front of the industry. I already posted it in the Discord. Well, I'll tell you what, having long hair is just it's a whole flipping, it's a thing. it's a whole thing, dude. It gets everywhere. Everywhere. I'm sure we'll see it as soon as we pull up the new stuff this morning, but get ready for it because Epic has laid off over 800 employees. And I think this is something we're probably going to be taking a dive into. I already posted it in our Discord this morning. I saw it first thing after I woke up. And, we just read yesterday raising prices of their Fortnite V-Bucks across the world and now laying off over 800 employees. I mean, what's going on, you know? For a company that's seemed like they were doing so very well for such a very long time, I don't feel like laying off over 800 employees is probably just getting rid of those employees that aren't necessarily performing up to snuff, you know, not meeting performance appraisals or anything. So we'll dive into this and find out what's going on. But I'm sure there will be some other stuff we'll hit on as well. And man, we got Scaretober hitting our way. I'm so flipping excited. I'm not going to rush it, dude. We're having fun doing what we're doing. We're having fun playing Fallout New Vegas, and we're going to keep doing that until October hits. But we might take a little bit of time today to look at the schedule and talk about it a little bit. I don't know. It's coming, man. We got a few days here, and Scaretober is going to be starting up, and it's going to be Horror Games Month for us. So, very excited. Cannot wait. On that note, let's go ahead and do what we do, man. Let's dive in here, and let's get started with this video gaming news stuff, all right? Let's go. First, let's go ahead and kick it off with this. We have new free games, new free PC games on Epic's Game Store. So, speaking of Epic, the free games they give away every week have turned over, and it is now Model Builder and Solstice. You can get these two games for free. So all you have to do is create an account on their website or their platform. You can either be through their website or it can be through their desktop app, what have you. And then you just log in every week and get your free games. They're added to your library. It's very, very simple. And it's a no-brainer, really. So you should be getting your free content. They give away a lot of great free games. And these are the ones you can get this week, okay? Solstice actually is a game that I think just released yesterday. Like, they're giving it away on release, if I understand that correctly. I don't know, we'll have to pay attention to see how it is. But, I don't know. That's the free games right now. So, here we go. Yeah. Like I was just talking about, the Epic kind of situation here. So Epic is cutting somewhere between, I've seen low 800s to 900 jobs. It's somewhere around there. About 16% of their workforce, though. Excuse me. So we'll pull some of this up, and we'll talk about this. I think this is one of those things we're always interested in finding out more about with these companies. You know, it doesn't matter who it is in the industry, they're doing this kind of thing. We talk about it a lot. I think a big part of being a successful company, no matter what industry you're in, is taking care of your people, taking care of your consumer, and not being solely focused on greed and aligning the pockets of your board members and stuff like that. So, I mean, it seems like Epic's been doing very well for a very long time, and it'll be interesting to take a bit of a deeper look here as to what is resulting in them feeling like they need to cut 16% of their workforce out, you know. We'll see. We'll see. Uh-oh. Oh, so it does look like we're probably got a strike coming our way from on the part of SAG-AFTRA. In the video gaming industry, it looks like the talks have ended for a new deal, and probably going to result in a strike. October's free games with Amazon Prime have been revealed. We'll take a look at that. Do this. Here we go. Tools. Let's go past 24 hours. Let's do this also. That way we're getting rid of some of this extra stuff we're not looking for. We've already got that up. Yo, Tornado, what up, buddy? What's going on, dude? How you doing? Happy Friday, Tornado. I'm doing fantastic, my friend. Yep. Another beautiful day hanging out with good peeps and immersing ourselves in the world of video games, baby. Couldn't be better, dude. It's good to see you, man. What are you getting up to today, man? We've got this up. We're going to talk about this. That's big news for today, I think. I'm still, I mean, I really expected the Microsoft purchase of Activision Blizzard to happen sometime this week, and it hasn't. So, maybe this week. I mean, I don't. Usually you would see business like that occur through the weekdays, not the weekend, but it's not like it couldn't happen. But I really thought they wanted to try to get this done before October hit. We'll see. Now you remember. Do you remember? I look like Dolph Ziggler. Yo, hold on, dude. That's what it is right there. Yeah, that's who I am, Dolph Ziggler. Right on, I'll take it, dude. He's a pretty good looking dude. I'll accept that. Yeah, yeah. He might not be quite as ripped as I am, but it's all right. Yo, word. Right on, man. Yeah, cool. Yo, it's random mode time. Let's go. Tornado, let's go, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, looking for that Peepo Riot emote. Get your random emotes in there. Try to get a free sub. Let's go. Nice tornado tentacles. Dude, I love it. Let's go. I know it's not a winner, dude, but that's a winner in my book. We jamming. I'll just keep the music popping until we get into these articles. While we're looking for them and everything, man, just keep the music popping off. Yeah. Candy Crush has made 20. What up, Davey? What's going on, buddy? Yo, Davey, go again. I don't like those emotes, dude. Candy Crush has made $20 billion in 11 years, dude. What? Insane, man. Nice, Davey. There we go, dude. What a Friday. What a rando emote to start off Friday with, you know? I mean, if that doesn't get you in good spirits right there, I don't know what will, man. You know what I mean? Good old Bob, dude. Yeah, that's nuts, Tornado. Yeah, that's actually bonkers, dude. And who's about to own that game and that studio? Microsoft. Yeah, if you didn't know, man, Counter-Strike 2 is now out. It is out and available to play. It has been released. Happened over the day that we were off on Wednesday. So. Oh, dude, the Rebel Moon game got canceled on Netflix. What? Bro, they were just promoting the crap out of this game. Interesting. This is a fickle industry, dude. But to be fair, like, I mean, even whenever I didn't really know anything about Rebel Moon. And what was the showcase where they were showing it off? Was it the June stuff? Was it the June showcases, maybe? Could have been. I think it was a Summer Game Showcase with Jeff Keighley. And he had what's the director's name of Rebel Moon? And Discord's been down for some hours. Yeah, I tried to post something on Discord this morning, and it took it a long time to post up, but it posted now. It posted in my Discord now. It took it about 20 minutes for it to post in my Discord, but it's up there now in my Discord. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's good now in some areas. Maybe some servers are up. I don't know. Tornado, yeah. So Rebel Moon, whenever I saw it, I mean, it looked like it could be entertaining. Oh, some fool was trying to DDoS Discord for real. Like not just like a. So like DDoS as a company, like their servers and stuff, somebody was DDoSing it. Yeah, I mean that kind of stuff happens all the time, unfortunately. Distributed denial of service, for anybody that is not familiar with that acronym. It's just basically, yeah, IP banning random accounts and IPs. Yeah. It's you know, a lot of companies, big companies, have become accustomed to these kinds of attacks. Basically, what it is, for people that aren't familiar with it, DDoSing is just a lot of times these malicious actors will set up like bot networks, so it'll just be a bunch of automated computers basically that start flooding the servers of a particular company or whatever with requests or with packets of information so heavily, in fact, that like legitimate people trying to get in and access the websites or the applications or whatever can't, because it's so overloaded. That's basically what it is. DDoS attack. It just basically overloads the servers with so much information requests that the servers can't handle it, and they just get bogged down and they can't actually handle any legitimate requests, is basically what it comes down to. If you're not familiar, that's TLDR, about the best I can do for you. But yeah, it happens to a lot of big companies, dude. About any time Blizzard releases a game, DDoSed. Yep. But it sucks to see it happen to Discord, actually. I think Discord's a pretty amazing platform. I love it. But Rebel Moon, whenever I first saw this trailer, I was like, it looks like Star Wars. Then find out later, it was actually developed to be part of the Star Wars universe, and it got shot down by Lucasfilms and Disney. And so then they like pitched it to Netflix, and Netflix was like, yeah, we'll take it. It looks very Star Wars. But they were promoting it heavy as like this Netflix show coming that's supposed to have a game adaptation. Apparently it's getting canceled now. Weird. Here, let's go to our other search real quick. We're getting, dude, they're really trying to pump us up with the holiday vibes this morning on my my playlist here. There we go. Dia de Muertos. That's the name of this song. Get us in the mood for the Halloween vibes. Yo, actually, if you guys haven't seen this, I read this out just a few days ago, but this is a pretty good, there are some of these dates are going to be a little bit off because they haven't been updated, like, which one, it was, for October, Alan Wake 2 is actually on the 27th, not the 17th. There are going to be a few of these that haven't been updated for this website and this list. But if you need this, you want to see all the games that are kind of coming out, or even getting ported over to different platforms they haven't been on yet for this month, then you can take a look at this, okay? There you go. Oh, man. She comes off as an absolute crazy person. And it's probably just because of the only things I ever hear about her are like the wild things that get published, you know what I mean? But Britney Spears comes off as a, like, you don't put in crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's a lot that has contributed to that, probably. I know this is video gaming news, but this is right here in front of our faces right now. So You know, there are a lot of like child stars and everything that I think get really, really kind of jacked up by Hollywood and fame and young money and stuff. And I think that probably has played a large part in this. But I don't know, dude. She's had a wild life, dude. Yeah, Netflix has some new adaptations coming out, by the way. In a Tomb Raider adaptation, and God, what was the other one? I can't think of it right now off the top of my head for some reason. It's like right there. But we'll see how those end up being. They do a pretty good job with their like animated shows and stuff. They haven't all been bangers. Dragon's Dogma was kind of bleh, but they've had a lot of good ones. The Cyberpunk, Castlevania, Arcane. I mean, they've had a lot of really good animated adaptations from the video gaming world into their shows, and hopeful that the new ones coming in there will be good too. Yeah. Minecraft Dungeons support ends as the game hits 25 million players. There are no features or content updates planned for the game. I don't think there's any point in us pulling this article up. That's about what you need to know. Minecraft Dungeons is no longer planning on being supported moving forward with additional content. I'm sure they'll continue to like put out some bug fixes and patches and stuff as they've been reported and found and stuff, but other than that, it's just going to be minimal. So that's all it'll be. Minimal support, no new content or anything. That's not a very old game either. Dude, I started trying to watch the new Castlevania stuff last night on Netflix, actually, and I was so tired last night. I fell asleep really fast, and it wasn't because the show wasn't good. I just was so tired. Dude, these like military game platforms and stuff. Well, these games that are built on like pretty realistic military vehicles and stuff, like warships and was it War of Thunder and what are the other ones? World of Tanks and whatever they're all called, dude. I can't remember. They leak so much classified documentation from different militaries around the world. People are always getting caught in it and getting in trouble and stuff. It's insane, dude. I don't understand what makes people think they're gonna. Even the developers and publishers of the games and stuff are like, don't upload documentation to our servers, to the blogs, anything like that. Just don't do it. And people just keep doing it and keep getting in trouble. It's like flipping idiots, dude. City Skylines 2 has been delayed on consoles until this coming spring. Interesting. PC version still set to go though. I think that more companies need to take a page out of this book. If you've got a multi-platform release and one of the releases is good to go, but the other ones are not filling, or maybe vice versa. But most of them are good to go, but one of the platforms doesn't feel great. Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch, then delay it. You don't release it at the same time. If you can't make it work right, you don't put it on that platform. Or if it's not ready for that platform, you delay it. You don't make people feel scummed out by you releasing it and it being a piece of garbage, you know? This is actually a pretty good play in my book. I like this. We're going to talk about this. Let's go one more page here. Sonic Frontiers Free Story DLC, The Final Horizon, is available now. God, NHL stuff is almost here, baby. I can't wait. What? Sony hides trailer for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake and deletes deletes announcement tweet. Yeah, it's been riddled with issues in the development. Let's see what this is about. This is some new news. That was today. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. Hyenas from Sega got canceled. They were hyping that up for a long time. And dude, that game, it had like betas out and everything already. So that's, I don't know, dude. Sega must have looked at this and gone, this is not worth. For a game that was apparently so close to release, for them to just trash it. It must have been pretty bad. Where are my mods at? Somebody ban that guy? Yo, what's up, dude? You got me. What up, broski? Alright, we'll just stick with these. We'll stick with it. It's not a ton of news this morning, but there is some big news this morning, dude. So we'll flesh it out. Again, I think this is an amazing play right here. Sorry, guys. I think that more developers and publishers need to understand that it's okay to do this kind of thing. And I think the most recent example is we're talking about like the release of Mortal Kombat 1 on the Switch, you know. Yo, Arnie, what up? How you doing, Arnie? So the title of this is City Skylines 2 has been delayed on consoles until spring of next year, but the PC version is still set for release in October. All too often, I feel like we get these developers and publishers that are releasing games across. I mean, obviously, you know, today's world is all about, unless you're signed into an exclusive contract, getting your game on as many platforms as possible is the play, right? But we've seen all too often that the games will be good on a number of platforms and then be subpar, if not actual dumpster fires on other platforms, but they get released at the same time. And I've always hated seeing that. There's no reason why you should be doing that. If it's not ready on a platform, you don't release it on that platform. If you can't make it work on that platform, you don't release it on that platform. That's the way it should be. And I would love to see more developers and publishers take a I'll look at what they're doing here with City Skylines 2 and incorporate the same kind of, you know, methodology here in their releases, because this is the way. This is the way. And while, I mean, to be fair, we still haven't seen what the PC version is going to feel like, but obviously they feel pretty comfortable in what the PC version is quality-wise, much more than, you know, their comfort level with what their console versions are right now, you know? And so that's a lot of respect for me, man. And this is more of what we need to see in the industry, you know? And again, one of the most recent examples is Mortal Kombat 1. The Switch version probably shouldn't have ever been done, but it definitely, at the very least, shouldn't have been released right now when the other game's released. There's no doubt about that fact. So more of this needs to happen. Yeah, Discord's getting throttled. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yep. Oh, I'm good, buddy. It's Friday, baby. Hanging out with cool peoples and getting to enjoy the world of video games, dude. I'm living the dream, dude. It's good to see you, Arnie. The console version of City Skylines 2 has been delayed. Announced in March, City Skylines 2 is coming to PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S. Excuse me, X and S, including Game Pass. However, a joint statement by developer Colossal Order and publisher Paradox Interactive confirms that while the PC version is still set to release on October 24th, the Xbox Series X and S and PS5 versions aren't ready yet. Hello, this is quoted. Hello, city building enthusiasts. Sharing an update with you on the upcoming launch for City Skylines 2. We are hard at work getting the game ready for our release on October 24th. While doing so, we have come to realize we need more time to reach the quality targets we have set. As we want to provide the best experience for our players, we are updating the release window for Xbox and PS5 to spring of 2024. The additional time allows us to focus on matching the quality and performance across all platforms. Beautiful. Beautiful. No, apparently, from what I found out this morning from Tornado, I had noticed we had a little bit of some issues going on in our own server for Discord. I posted something this morning after I woke up. It was actually about the layoffs from Epic. And I noticed, I posted it from my mobile. By the time I got onto my PC and was like messing around getting the stream started up and everything, it was not syncing up. And apparently they're getting DDoSed. Yeah, apparently they're getting DDoSed. But my message did finally come through. So I don't think they're completely down or they're working their way out of it. I'll try to pull up something here in a moment. But Tornado was in here just a little bit ago, basically informing us that Discord is currently getting DDoSed. So unfortunate, but they'll figure it out. Yeah, big oof, dude. So again, great quote right here from them. As we want to provide the best experience for our players, we are updating the release window for Xbox and PS5 to spring of 2024. The additional time allows us to focus on matching the quality and performance across all platforms. This is amazing, dude. This is the way it should be. If it's not ready for certain platforms, even though it's ready for other ones, you delay that platform. You don't make consumers and the gaming, us as gaming enthusiasts, feel cheated by the fact that you weren't willing to bite the bullet as a company and delay your title on a platform or two. You know what I mean? This is amazing. More companies need to be doing this kind of thing. Yo, Soup, what's up? How do you manage backlogs, wish lists if you have 30 games in it? Yo, only 30? Only 30? Are you kidding me? You might be asking the wrong person. No.
He tried it.
I think you're asking the wrong person. You see how long that scroll was, my friend? Oh, so look here, Soup, dude. We've talked about this kind of thing a lot. I think this is. Everybody has a different way of addressing this, and there's a lot. So let me finish up this article, and I'm going to address this in detail for you. Okay? Let me finish this article, Soup, and we'll talk about this in detail. Okay? So the company says, who's the developer behind this again? Colossal Order, amazing, and Paradox, dude, nice. So we'll share more updates on the console release window soon as work on optimization continues. We're also updating the minimum and recommended PC specs. If you have remaining questions, please find their FAQ at this link. In the meantime, we're excited to welcome PC players to build their dream cities on October 24th. Yeah, this is awesome. This is the way more publishers and developers need to be doing this kind of thing, dude. This is great. I'll link this in case you're interested. Now, Soup, okay? Here's the deal. So everybody has a different way of addressing this kind of issue. Most of us as gamers, well, they're getting DDoSed right now, Soup. They're getting DDoSed pretty heavily right now from what I heard. So it's not normal broken Discord. And to be fair, my Discord normally works fairly well. I don't have a whole lot of issues with Discord very often. But right now there are a lot of issues because apparently they're getting DDoSed. So I will tell you that I have a plethora of backlog that I want to play. Okay, let me give you an example here. Not only games that I don't own, right? So just from the schedule that we made as a community earlier this year, right? This is month by month, right? January, February, March. These are the dates. These are the games that we've already played into what we're about to start right now with Scaretober, and then into November and December with Baldur's Gate 3. These are games that, like, I still haven't played that I want to play. You know what I mean? Unless I worked them into the schedule already and I just didn't take them out of this list, or, you know, and there are many more than this. These are just some of the more prominent games and series that I want to play that I haven't played yet, you know? Stray has been played, by the way. We played that this year. Actually, we were supposed to be playing Subnautica and Below Zero November and December, but Baldur's Gate 3 came out. And so we replaced it with Baldur's Gate 3. It's always an issue, okay? And now we've got all these other games that have also released. Like, I still want to play Armored Core. No, Arnie, I don't really have very much care to play Walking Dead games, to be honest with you. It's not really on my radar. I'll look into it. If you want to recommend it, that's cool. I'll look into it, but it's not really on my radar. Exoprimal came out. Not really a fan of that game. There's a little bit more that I need to address in here. Atlas Fallen was kind of balls. I didn't play it, but it's not good. Payday 3 is also trash can. Like, see, I got a little bit of this I need to update. But there's, as somebody who plays games every single day, roughly 6 hours a day, you know, it's a difficult thing. And I'll address that in a second, Arnie. Yeah. So people's backlog, your wish list, your all that stuff, right? And I mean, the other thing you have to bring into consideration is like subscription services too. So subscription services are obviously becoming more prominent in the industry, and quite often, depending on what kind of subscription service you want to buy into, what platform, stuff like that, it can be a very good thing for people as long as you're getting what you feel to be the amount of game time that's worth how much you're paying for it, right? But that is still adding to the plethora of games you have at your disposal to play. If you have a subscription service, then all those games you do own that you still want to play that you haven't played, because look, I got a ton of those, you know. Those are still falling further and further behind. It's inevitable. For me, and I'll tell you this, I am somebody that plays games. Everybody plays games differently. Everybody has different ways they like to play their games. I am a completionist kind of game player. I don't play my games fast, but I'm also not a 100%er or anything. So I take my time. I play my games very methodically. I try to get the best experience I can out of my games. And but it's because I don't normally move on. You know what I mean, Soup? I don't normally move on, or I want to move on. After I play those games, I want to move on and I want to experience other games. And I talk about that quite often. I am always looking for that next experience, right? I'm not rushing towards it, but I'm always looking for that next experience. Reject, what's up, buddy? That's why I don't get lost in replaying games like virtually ever. I don't replay games because there's always too many games. Too much is being released all the time that I'm interested in playing, and I can't keep up on that front, you know? It's just something that I think you have to come to grips with. And, you know, being a content creator too, I mean, you know, our community here, we're always talking about the different games coming out, what people want to see me play, what I want to play. And like right now, I mean, dude, I've finally found time to go. Like right now, we're immersed in playing a 13-year-old game. It's taken me 13 years after the release of Fallout New Vegas to find time to go back and play it. You know, it's not always easy. And it's always a struggle and a juggle to figure out, am I going to be playing, you know, the new games that are coming out that really are holding my interest? Or are there those old games that I have backlogged that I've got a gap in time right now where there's not a whole lot of new stuff coming out that's garnering my interest, that I'm willing to go back and pull some of those old games out and play those, you know? It's stuff like that. Oh, yeah, but I've played games my whole life, Arnie. Just because I wasn't streaming 13 years ago didn't mean that I wasn't playing games 13 years ago, dude. I played games my entire life, dude. So streaming, obviously now, you know, I'm playing games full time, you know, but I've played games my entire life as much as life would allow me. So just because it's not like I wasn't playing games before I started streaming either, dude. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I stream the way I stream. I haven't changed the way I play games. I just play games more now. I've always played all kinds of games. Always. That's my jam, dude. If not, I wouldn't do it this way. If these games are from the same company, should I just delete the other ones? What do you mean? Because it's all PlayStation exclusives. So all of the games that you have that are like backlogged to play are PlayStation exclusives? Like all of them? They're all 30 of them are? Really? Yo, word. I mean, PlayStation has a lot of great exclusive games. That's why they get so many people to buy into that platform, to be fair. But I mean, no. I mean, I don't. So you already have them, like, what do you mean delete them? Delete, and what other ones? I'm kind of getting lost here. If these games are from the same company, should I just delete the other ones? What are the other ones? Yeah, those are PlayStation games as well. And you mean, like, are you talking about, like, just deleting them as, like, so it's hard for me to understand exactly what you're asking, because are you talking about actually deleting these games all the way off of your PlayStation? Like, you've got them downloaded and everything? You're talking about deleting them off your PlayStation because you need more space or something, or deleting them off of your like wish list, or what are we talking about? Deleting them from your wish list because it's from the same company? No. Well, I don't think you should worry about that number going up. Worried about not being able to remember these games. Well, you definitely won't remember the games if you you'll have a much harder time remembering the games if you delete them off your wish list. I don't think there's any point in it personally. Look, I mean, everybody's going to have a different way of addressing things. Personally, for me, every once in a while, I'll go through my Steam wish list and I'll remove some of the games that I really don't care to have on there anymore. But there's always the chance, like for me, the Steam wish list also gives me the opportunity to keep games on there. And if they go on a really good sell, it gives me the opportunity to know that I was interested in them at some point and to go back and take a look at them if they're on a really good sell. And go, oh, well, this might be a good time to buy that in case I do decide to buy it or play it at some point in the future, Well, the number goes up, but that's fine. It doesn't really affect you, does it? Just because your wish list number goes up, what does that really do to you? Besides, obviously, I mean, I think it's pinging out your OCD a little bit or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Other than that, I mean, it's not really affecting you, is it? It has no real consequence, right? I mean, it's just a number. And if you're truly interested in that game, then it is supposed to be a very good game. You're truly interested in playing it at some point. I don't think there's anything wrong with just letting it sit on your wish list until you maybe have the time or opportunity, or it goes on a really good sell and you're like, oh, well, I should go ahead and pick that up then, right? Otherwise, you will forget about it. And then, that's not doing you any favors if you don't have it on your wish list to remind you about it, So, in my opinion, and look, I mean, this is just the way I see this. Yeah, fair. Yeah, that's just the way I see this particular situation. There's not a whole lot of point in focusing on trying to keep the number of games you're interested in down. It's inevitable that number will rise. Us as gamers, especially if you're a variety gamer like I am, even if you're only interested in certain genres of games, the gaming industry is so big and there are so many games coming out all the time. It's inevitable that the number of games you're going to be interested in continues over the course of time to go up and up and up. And the amount of time you're able to spend playing those games, I can even tell you, as somebody who plays games every single day, I'm constantly getting more backlog, more games that I want to play that I'm losing out on because I just don't have enough time. I think it's like that for everybody, no matter who you are, Yeah. Look, I've dealt with an amount of OCD in my life, and so that's the way it comes off as. And I can understand the way your brain's pinging out about that. But I think you need to take a hard look at trying to get over that OCD aspect of it and understand that the reality of the situation is that as a gamer, you're going to keep accumulating some backlog. That number's inevitably going to rise. I don't think there's anything you can do about that. If you're truly interested in those games, I think you just have to really come to grips with the fact that the number is going to increase, and that's okay. I think that's okay. I think the true thing to take into consideration here is that having the wish list is important for people because it allows you somewhere to place the games to let you know that you were interested in that game at some point. And again, it gives you a nice place to go back and take a look at it, especially when there are sales. That's one of the first things I do anytime a big sale happens on Steam. I go to my wish list and I sort it by discount. And I'll go look at what games have the highest discount. and I'll go, okay, are any of these worth me buying right now or not? Usually it's not, because I have so many games I still need to play that I actually already own and everything. But, you know, yeah, I know, Soup. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is. And again, like I said, I mean, occasionally I'll go back through my list and I'll take some out that I don't really care to have in there anymore and stuff like that. But I think it's just a matter of having to become comfortable with the fact that the number is going to rise. I think the number will just, over your entire lifespan, continue to go up and up and up. Again, I don't think that there's any denying the fact that the gaming industry is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. More games are coming out every single year, meaning that there's going to be more and more releases, meaning there's going to be more and more games you're going to be potentially interested in that you're not going to have enough time to play, meaning your wish list is quite possibly going to continue to increase in the number that are there. You're going to be adding to it, you know? I think it's kind of inevitable, to be honest with you. But that's just the way I have come to address it in my own sense as well. And if that number being up in your wish list is too much for you to handle because of some OCD issues or whatever, you're just going to have to wipe it out and deal with the consequences of potentially not remembering some of those games or whatever, you know? Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's the best I can give you on that front, you know? I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be difficult, but I have faith in you. One way or another, you'll figure it out. Whatever works best for you and makes you feel comfortable. That's what you do. Okay? That's what you do. Oh, yeah, absolutely. OCD is actually a very numbers-based thing for a lot of people. For a lot of people, it's a very numbers-based thing. Have to touch the door handle so many times, you know? Things like that. It's a very, 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 very numbers-based thing for a lot of people that suffer from that disorder. Yeah, you look into it, man. It's a very numbers based disorder. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Hopefully that helps a little bit, Soup. I'm sorry that I don't have any kind of like definitive way to help you out other than give you a little bit of advice on my own front of how I address it, and you know. Yeah, I don't know. I hope it helps a little bit. Sorry. I know that that's not probably the what you were looking for, you know. Okay, cool. It's good to see you, Soup. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yo, Arnie, let's go back to this. What were we talking about, dude? Okay, so the Walking Dead stuff. Look, man, so the like heavy, like, I love story-rich games. But story-rich games that don't have a lot of action in them or any other game mechanics, I'm not all that fond of, really. Even though I'm like a variety game player, those are one of the kinds of games that I don't tend to dive into very often. Now, what I will say is that, like, I've played Disco Elysium, and that game was a banger, dude. Disco Elysium was awesome. So, you know what I'm talking about, though. Just to sit there and like watch a game give you a bunch of dialogue and then make choices and not really have anything else to do in the game, I get bored with that. I need more, usually. But Disco Elysium was an absolute banger, and a lot of what that game was, there was still more that game had to offer, though. It was a lot of exploration and a lot of you know, having to go through the choices matter stuff with searching things out, trying to figure stuff out, doing stat checks and dice roll and stuff like that. The Metro games, no, those are actually on my list of games that I was planning on playing. When was that? Why did I replace those in the schedule? I can't remember right now. I had those on the schedule for this year. I own all of them. I haven't played them yet, though. Yeah, I was planning on playing those. They're on my schedule. It's in my backlog. Well, yeah, I appreciate the recommendation. I do. I mean, again, what we're talking about is like, I'm not saying they're bad games or whatever, or it's just not something that right now is currently in my my aim to get played. I have so many other games that I could go, well, I could get that done in a day or two that I've been wanting to play for so long that I would be more apt to throw in the schedule if I could. It's such a difficult thing to do, you know? So, I mean, dude, it's... Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, god dang, bro. There's 160 games in here. Wait, this is complete. Like, see, I still need to go do some of this. Oh, Jesus, dog. There's so many flipping games, dude. That's gonna be Scaretober. I forgot. Yeah, boy. It's insane, dude. Stray's complete. I need to turn my music off, by the way. What's Hue? Here, I'll link it to you. And these are just games I already own. You know what I mean? This is kind of the problem. Is like, I already own a ton of games. And this is only one platform, dude. You know what I mean? So this is just the ones that are uncategorized as well. That's just my uncategorized stuff, dude. You know? I've got like possible upcoming stream stuff, all of this noise, you know, like there's all the Metros, Hellblade. Actually, Divinity's done. Oh, it's already in. I need to remove it from here. I've got all kinds of stuff, dude, that I need to play. It's just insane, bro. Yeah, I'll link you, Hugh. Hold on. So I do appreciate the recommendation. Look, let me be very clear here. When people recommend stuff, I do take that to heart. Okay, I've already played Skyrim though. I didn't play it on stream. I played it years ago, and that's why I probably won't play it on stream because I've already played it before. Yeah. Yeah, Soup. Yeah. There's Hugh right there. So, you know, and then you go look at Epic as well. I mean, look at my Epic library, dog, is I've got over 250 games in here, and there are bangers in here to play, dude. Like really, really good games in here to play that I haven't played before. Frostpunk. You know, like it's kind of insane, man. It's just nuts. How much do I remember about it? Well, that's not I mean, so the point is like, no, I mean it would I'm not saying it wouldn't be great to play it again, Arnie, you know, but the fact of the matter is I've had the experience. And there are so many other games I want to play that I haven't experienced. That's the difference, man. You know? Yeah, it's been a long time ago, and I'm sure I've forgotten a lot about that game, but I have played it. I've played it all the way through. I spent dude, I would have to go pull it up on my PS3 to tell you how much time I spent. But I spent an incredible amount of time playing that game. I loved it. I loved it. But the fact that I've already played it means that I don't care to replay it really. You know? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, that's my whole thing about the gaming industry, right? And that's the other thing. Like, I respect that, Arnie. I do. And I mean, it's the same thing as like when I was playing The Witcher 3, right? So playing The Witcher 3, we have a community. And this is just an example, right? This is the same thing we're talking about. Yeah, Stoop, same thing right there. Yeah. So we have a very prominent part of our community that has been around since almost the beginning of me streaming, dude. Second game I ever streamed, Tabo, our buddy Tabo, and he is a huge Witcher fan, and he has multiple thousands of hours in The Witcher 3, and I respect that very much. I do. I respect how much somebody can love a game like that. But for me, I like to enjoy that experience, soak it in, and I don't rush it. I like to take my time. Really, I did every single quest that I came across in Witcher 3. Every single one. I did both the DLCs. You know what I mean? I did all that stuff. Played it on the hardest difficulty with enemy scaling, all that stuff, But when I'm done, I'm done. Because there's just too much coming out all the time. And I'm always intrigued by new titles. New titles coming out, or titles that have come out in the past that I never got to play, like Fallout New Vegas. You know what I mean? And if I'm sitting here replaying a game like Skyrim, then I'm missing out on those experiences that I never have gotten to try, Replay value is different. Yeah, I'm letting you know how it works for me. I respect the fact that there are people out there that want to replay those games very, very much. That's fine. That's what gaming is about. Gaming is about doing what you have fun doing, right? I promote that all the time. Now, where I will take a stance is talking about the scummy side of the industry where these businesses try to take advantage of us as the consumer and stuff. But I'm not going to knock on anybody for having fun playing whatever they want to play. I'm not a fan of Fortnite. I don't care for that game, but I'm not a hater about it. If somebody has fun playing Fortnite, good for you. Go play Fortnite. I don't care, And I'm not going to knock on somebody for replaying a game over and over and over either. But for me, what I'm always striving for are more experiences. Trying to broaden the experiences that I've had in gaming. I don't care to just keep replaying games. That's not my jam. That's not the way I have fun. I'm always looking for that new game, that new experience that gives me more immersion, a different piece of lore to grab onto, and that's what I enjoy. So that's why I don't care to play Skyrim again, or any other game for that matter, really. It's the way I have fun playing games, man. Well, and that's fine if that's the way that you address it, Arnie, but that's not what's fun for me, Yeah, it's a never-ending circle for sure. That's what I just got done talking about a little bit ago. And that's why you can't ever expect to play all of them. But it doesn't mean that there's not always great games being made either. And for you, that might be fine. Replaying a game and getting that, that same universe, the same experience in that same universe, in maybe a different way, but the same universe and everything, is fun for you in a replayability kind of way. For me, I don't care for it. It's not for me, dude. I want the new experiences. I want the different experiences. And both are fine. But I think you need to respect that too. I think you've got to respect the fact that gameplay is about people doing what is fun for them. And just because it's not the way you do it doesn't mean it's not the right way. You know what I mean? get back into this. Sonic Frontiers free story DLC, The Final Horizon, is available now. Tails, Amy, and Knuckles are playable in the free update. Sega has released the story DLC for Sonic Frontiers titled The Final Horizon. Available as a free download, The Final Horizon adds new missions as well as other features. According to Sega, the update lets players head back to Uranos Island and play through additional stories. Players will also be able to play as Tails, Knuckles, or Amy for the first time in each game. In the game, each of whom has their own unique powers and abilities. As well as the new story content, the DLC includes new challenges, collectibles, and more, as well as numerous bug fixes. The Final Horizon is the third and final free update for Sonic Frontiers, which was initially released in November of 2022. First update, titled Sights, Sounds, and Speed, was released in March of 2023. Man, I jumped into the future there. And added new challenge modes called Battle Rush and Cyberspace Challenge, a photo mode, and a jukebox mode. The second update followed in June of 2023, titled Sonic's Birthday Bash. It added a new Game Plus mode, new collectible Coco, new open zone activities, and the option to decorate the game with birthday celebrations. Let's see this update trailer here. Nice soup. I'm glad. Yeah, I mean, I think you know, that's the most important thing about gaming is that games are about supposed to be about having fun. And the way that you play them or replay them or whatever, on a personal level, it's going to be a very subjective thing for each individual, respectively, of what your preferences are and what appeals to you. You know what I mean? And what you have fun doing. And that's what's okay about it. We're different. We're all different, man. And the way I play games as a streamer is the way I've always played games. I'm just able to play them more now. It's just, this is what I have fun doing.
I think our opponent has repurposed the constructs to bolster the distortion's defense.
This is how I have fun doing it. There are going to be people out there that just want to play Elden Ring over and 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 over.
Keep smashing.
You know, cool, man. Awesome. I played it once. I'm good. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that hopefully, you know, that talk helps a little. It seems like I'm glad. Yeah. Like Elden Ring, it was actually trash on PC on release. I played through that entire game on PC and it felt terrible. That's why I didn't play Armored Core whenever it came out on PC. I love mech games, and I didn't play Armored Core 6 on PC on release because I was too scared of From Software. Well, to be fair, I kind of gave myself a handicap. I played that game on mouse and keyboard, and that game is made for controller. But it was very, very obvious. Play video games out of boredom. You don't have fun, Davey. That's a lie, dude. You love video games. You know why Davey? Here's Davey's problem. Davey is obsessed with achievements. So that's why Davey thinks that he doesn't have fun playing games because Davey gets too caught up achievement hunting. Yeah, Davey, no doubt, bro. Yeah, yeah. Respect, dude. What's up, brother? So here's the thing, Arnie. You can go back and actually take a look at like the ending of So every time I do the ending of a game, I'll cut out the end part of the game with credits. I'll give my review and all that. I'll break it down, and then I'll put it into a playlist here on the channel called like video game endings. So you can go take a look. But to be very honest with you, that game was not optimized or developed in any form or fashion for PC at all. It was obviously developed for consoles, and they tried to port that game over to PC before release, and it had terrible performance issues, a lot of stuttering, a lot of terrible frame drop. It also had like no key binding in it. It had terrible issues with like they wanted you to stealth around in that game. So you would stealth around, but then you couldn't interact with anything while you were stealthed. There was bad quality of life in the game. It was content-wise very good, but there was a lot of things they missed. And there would be other things that would happen, like you'd be in the middle of a fight and then you would like auto pick up items or something from killing another enemy, and you'd still be in the fight of like other enemies. You'd get a big ass prompt. Some of them are, yeah, some of them are big ass prompt on your. I'll link you the playlist here on Twitch in a second. More of the endings will be on Twitch than are on YouTube right now. That's part of the Wednesday stuff. I'm trying to get caught up. You get a big prompt on your screen for like the items, and then you couldn't see anything, and you couldn't do some of your moves. There was a lot of stuff wrong with that game on release, man. What's City Skylines? It's like new age SimCity on steroids. Soup. It's a city building simulator is what it is. Yeah. And the second one's about to come out. Here, Arnie, give me 1 second. So I don't think this has like every single playthrough we've completed, because I didn't start doing this whenever I first started streaming, but this has a lot of them, or at least an amount of them anyways. But here, I'll link this for you, buddy. And you'll see Elden Ring's actually like the second one in here, I think. Yeah. So here you go. Well, I mean, look, here's the thing. Like I said before, I'm always interested in what the community has to offer me as far as suggestions, whether it be games to play or things they would like to see in the channel or the community or what have you. You know, I mean, if you go back and take a look at some of the early days of the stream, like 2 years ago, this place has evolved greatly. So, you know, there's been a large amount of it that has been just out of my own head. And then there's been some of it that has been actual recommendations and even contributions from community members, you know. So that's the reason I have the suggestions channel in the Discord. There's nothing ever wrong with somebody providing suggestions, because I will take it to heart. It doesn't mean I'll implement it or I'll do it, but I will definitely take a look at it, and I'll give it its due diligence in considering it for implementation for the community and content moving forward. I think people have to understand that not everything's going to be implemented. Not everything's going to be, you know, utilized or you know, done. But that's supposed to be a very good game too. But yeah, I think it's on that front. I mean, it could happen. It could happen. But I mean, I think that's the thing that's different about like recommendations in chat, right? The recommendations in chat get lost, and it's a lot harder for me to go back and find those. Whereas if you give me recommendations or suggestions and you put them in the suggestions channel of the Discord and tag me in them, I can go back and take a look at all that stuff. It's there permanently, right? Whereas chat gets lost in the sphere of things, you know? So that's why I prompt people to go throw those kinds of things in the suggestions channel of the Discord. Yeah. It's the best way for us to address it. That's why it's there. Sonic is set to appear again next month in Sonic Superstars, a new 2.5D side-scrolling platformer set to release on October 17th, just 3 days before Sonic's one-time rival appears in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Sonic Superstars, which lets players control either Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, or Amy Rose, is being developed by Arzest, the Japanese studio run by the mascot's original creator, Naoto Oshima. According to Sega's description, Sonic and his friend's journey starts on the beautiful North Star Islands, a mystical place offering never-before-seen environments as well as mysterious stories waiting to unfold. Enormous creatures, exhilarating adventures, and evil plans from Dr. Eggman await Sonic and his friends, who can now obtain brand new abilities known as the Emerald Powers when Chaos Emeralds are collected. Cool. If you want to see this trailer again or anything, I'll link it for you. Yeah, dude. And look what happened. Now nobody can keep their hands off of me. Oh, Jesus. Dang you, Davy. It's a gift and a curse. Yeah, I just started really growing my hair out. Like a lot, I think a lot of the newer members probably haven't ever seen me with like shorter hair, really. Besides maybe in some of the clips and stuff, but I just started growing my hair out about a year ago, really. Just because I had never had it like long. I'd had it like kind of longish, kind of shaggy. But I was like, I'm just gonna grow my hair out. It went through some really bad stages too. Jesus Christ! I was looking at some of those clips here recently because I was pulling out a bunch of those VODs to make the new montages with. Bro, there's some bad hair days in there. They're pretty terrible, dude. Sony hides trailer for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. Deletes announcement tweet. Yeah, there's been a lot of terrible stuff going on with this, dude. So Sony and Embracer have been... So Embracer's actually one of their subsidiaries. It's Aspire. Got tabbed to make this for Sony. And TLDR, if you don't know what happened, about a year and a half ago, something like that. Aspire was at a point in the development of the game where they were showcasing it to Sony and Embracer heads of the companies and or of specific divisions or whatever. They showcased what they had developed so far, and then the main leads of the development team for Aspire all got fired. It was wild. And so then the project got put on indefinite kind of hiatus. It got pushed over to a different subsidiary of Embracer, and we haven't heard much after. Struggling in summers with the hair? Not really, no. That's the reason you cut? Yeah, no. Yeah, it doesn't. The thing that bothers me more, funny enough, dude, I've grown a couple of big beards before, and that's just as much maintenance as like long hair like this is. Long beards take a lot of care, and funny enough, it felt like anytime I grew a beard, I would just accidentally start growing one in the summer and then grow it in the summer. I feel like having a long beard in the summer is more of a task and hot than like long hair like this is. At least with like I don't know. Like a lot of times with like my hair, I'll just put it up in a ponytail or whatever. It gets it off my neck. It's not a big deal, you know. Only on the chin. Yeah, dude, I've had like here, I'll just show you real quick. Jesus. One second. I'll give you a couple of good pictures here real quick. You'll like this. A lot of people have seen these already. I'll give you a funny one after that too here. I've done this a couple of times, few times. This is a pretty old picture, but here you go. This is a pretty old picture, dude. But yeah, I've done the beard thing. It'd actually probably be a lot thicker nowadays than it was then. Uh, but yeah, and then you get this. You can't shave off that beard and not get you a little bit of a handlebar mustache going on for a little bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've done the facial hair thing for sure, man. You know, yeah. Makes me look like an old time like a bare knuckle boxer or something. You know, I like getting that ring and doing this kind of thing. So yeah, I've done it, and I don't know. I've growing the long hair out though is like weird because it goes through so many awkward phases. You know, like Gabs was calling me Farquad for a while because like I would go in and just get it like kind of razor trimmed a little bit every once in a while to get the dead ends off it, but that's it. Just a couple of times I've gone in and had that done, and it just goes through some weird phases, man. And I've really just been trying to get it to where it's like down here sitting on the shoulders really. So I've got like probably another inch and a half to go and I'll be pretty happy with it. But I don't know how long I'll keep it. We'll see. Some days I love it. Some days I'm like, oh god, dude, I kind of want short hair again. So we'll see how it goes. But it's a task growing it out. It feels like it's taken forever. So I don't know. But there's no way, dude. There's no way I don't think that I could grow out my beard and my hair at the same time. It's just too much maintenance, dude. Too much. Hair grows really fast, yeah. Well, that's nice. I think it's just it just seems like for me it's taken long because again this has been like a year and it's getting pretty long. But I've also cut it a couple times, like trimmed it up and everything. So thick hair, dude. I've got a buddy back home that has real thick hair, and he had all the way through high school. He had a real long ponytail. It was always braided up, and he shaved the sides of his head. He would shave the sides of his head, dude, and he had a big old thick flipping ponytail. He had thick hair, dude. Yeah. So we'll see. Again, so Sony's hiding the trailer for the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. I can only assume it's terrible, as they fired everybody at the top of Aspire after this, or Embracer did, and deletes the announcement tweet. Yeah, but games reportedly been beset by problems over the last couple of years. References to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake have been taken offline by some of PlayStation's primary social media accounts amid a report of troubled development. Billed as a collaboration between developer Aspire Media and production partners Lucasfilms and Sony Interactive Entertainment, the game was announced as a timed PS5 console exclusive during a PlayStation Showcase event in September of 2021. However, it was recently noticed that the tweet from the main PlayStation Twitter account announcing the game has been deleted, while the title's reveal trailer has been made private. This has caused speculation that the game, which was also announced for PC and expected to be released on the Xbox as well at some point, could be the latest casualty of restructuring efforts at Aspire's parent company, Embracer Group. Embracer, which acquired Aspire in 2021 and placed it under the Saber Interactive label, said in June that it was implementing a restructuring program which would see some game studios closed and some projects canceled. Yeah, a lot of this was the fallout from what they're talking about in this next paragraph, which was the unexpected collapse of a $2 billion deal with a quote-unquote mystery partner, which turned out to be the basically Saudi Arabian government and their Savvy Games Group, or their Public Investment Fund, as it's also referred to as. Now, Embracer is definitely struggling right now. They just shut down Volition, which was originally known as Parallax, I think. They did games like Red Faction and Descent roughly 30 years ago, and most recently known for Saints Row games, and they are no longer a studio. Embracer just dissolved them. The Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake has reportedly been beset by problems over the last couple of years. Bloomberg claimed last summer that Aspyr had stopped working on the game and that the future of the title was up in the air. Embracer had earlier confirmed that Saber Interactive was also working on the game. Some of Bloomberg's sources said they believed it was possible Saber had taken over the development of the project entirely. Excuse me. Embracer CEO Lars Wingfors refused to comment when asked to provide an update on the status of the game during an investor Q&A in May. Embracer shut down Saints Row developer Volition, like I just said, last month, and is said to be considering selling Borderlands studio Gearbox. Yeah, they've been shopping Gearbox around as well. The Gearbox thing is going to be an issue of, is the price right? They're shopping it around, and if another studio is going to offer a good enough price, then Embracer will sell Gearbox. We'll see what happens, though. Look, this whole here's the thing with remakes, especially you're talking about a remake of an iconic, beloved game like Knights of the Old Republic. This is widely regarded and almost entirely across the gaming community regarded as one of the greatest historical RPGs of all time, and outside of even just being the greatest Star Wars game of all time. So, if you're going to remake this, it better be good. I think that Sony knows that. And apparently what they saw was not good. So, we'll see what happens. This might be totally done for now. But this is about just a recap of what we've known about this situation for a while. Developer of canceled Rebel Moon game sues Netflix, dude. Zack Snyder expressly requested that there be a Rebel Moon-based tabletop RPG, reads the lawsuit. Oh. So Evil Genius Games has taken legal action against Netflix regarding the wrongful termination of a contract created to create a tabletop role-playing game set in the world of Rebel Moon. Oh. So it's not the video game. Yeah. Okay, so the video game is probably still on. It's the tabletop game that they axed and are getting, and now Netflix is getting sued for, I guess. This is video gaming news, by the way, so if you want to read into this, then by all means. I love tabletop games, but that's not what we're doing here in this segment. Fortnite maker Epic Games cutting 16% of workforce. This is, we're going to save that for the end. That's going to be the end of our news segment, so let's do that at the end there. SAG-AFTRA looks like there's going to be a strike here in the gaming industry, guys, with a lot of the entertainment industry folks that do voice acting, the actual acting in the video games, things of that nature. So SAG-AFTRA talks with video game industry end with no deal. A deal was struck last time in like the mid-2010s. It ended in, I think, 2020, 2021, I think. And then it got extended to now, basically. And here we are. So the talks have stalled. No deal has been struck. And it looks like we're probably going to have a strike on our hands now. So SAG-AFTRA said today that its scheduled talks with the video game industry, which began Tuesday, have ended with no agreement. In a terse statement tonight, the union said SAG-AFTRA and video game employers concluded scheduled negotiations for the interactive media agreement. No deal was reached, and the current agreement will remain in effect while the parties make final efforts to reach a deal. The news comes days after SAG-AFTRA's 160,000 strong membership voted overwhelmingly to authorize a strike against 10 of the major video game companies. The vote was 98.32% in favor. Many of the issues involved in the union's 11-week film and TV strike are common to those in the video game contract, including wages and artificial intelligence. 10 companies facing a possible strike are Activision, Blindlight, Disney, Electronic Arts, Epic, Formosa, Insomniac, Take-Two, VoiceWorks, and WB. It's been nearly a year since the Guild's video game contract, known as the Interactive Media Agreement, was extended beyond its original expiration date. SAG-AFTRA's last strike against the gaming companies in 2016 and 2017 lasted 183 days. The Guild, meanwhile, has been on strike against the film and TV industry since July 14th. Yep, it's probably coming. Unless they can pull something together really quick here, it's probably happening. Oh, what? Really? Yo, sick, dude. This is actually great. October's free games with Amazon Prime Gaming have been revealed. As you would expect, we've got some spooky games. Subscribers will be able to claim new titles every Thursday. The Coma 2 Vicious Sisters Deluxe Edition. Ghostwire Tokyo, guys. This is a Tango Softworks game. If you don't know who Tango is, their two previous games before Ghostwire Tokyo were The Evil Within and Evil Within 2. And the game after Ghostwire Tokyo was Hi-Fi Rush. They are a great AAA development studio under Bethesda. The Texorcist, which looks like a great little game. It's one of those typing games. So the better you type, the better you do. It looks really wild. And Grund. The next batch of free titles due to be offered to Amazon Prime members have been revealed. Prime Gaming, which is part of Amazon Prime subscription, offers members PC titles to keep plus exclusive in-game content each month. Yeah. We'll be able to claim 7 free titles in October, listed in full below, and include Ghostwire Tokyo, Grund, and the Coma 2. Nice. Yeah, Grund and Ghostwire Tokyo on October 5th. Dude, we might have to add Ghostwire Tokyo to the playthrough, man. Now that we'll have it. October 12th will be the Coma 2 and Monster Prom 2. October 19th, the Texorcist, which is going to be a GOG code. That's the same thing that the Coma 2 and Monster Prom 2 are also. And then October 26th is Super Adventure Hand. As always, they're going to be giving away a lot of in-game loot. It's a lot of kind of currencies and just items. Sometimes you'll get skins and cosmetics, things like that, for a lot of different games that they've collaborated with different developers and publishers on and stuff like that. So here you go. Take a look at this. There you go. I'm actually probably gonna bookmark that. Fortnite Maker. Here we go. These two are gonna go together. I don't know that we'll need to read both in their entirety, but we'll really take a dive into this. This is some unfortunate news here. If anybody has anything else to add for the news segment for today, let me know in chat. We'll address it before we move on. Okay. This is kind of going to sum it up, though. This was big news. The first thing I saw this morning whenever I woke up was some news about Epic Games cutting about roughly 800 to 900 of their workforce. So let's see what this is all about here. So Fortnite Maker, Epic Games cutting 16% of workforce. Epic Games, which makes Fortnite one of the world's most successful video games, is cutting 870 jobs, around 16% of its workforce. It's also selling a Bandcamp, the online music site it acquired just last year. In a memo to staff, Epic said it had tried to cut costs, but was still spending way more money than we earn. We concluded that layoffs are the only way, and that doing them now and on this scale will stabilize our finances, CEO Tim Sweeney wrote. Epic folks around the world have been making ongoing efforts to reduce costs, including moving to net zero hiring and cutting operating spending on things like marketing and events. But we still ended up far short of financial sustainability. He said that Bandcamp was joining a Songtradr, a music marketplace company supporting artists. Bandcamp made its name as a place where independent artists could make a better return on their music than streaming platforms. So its purchase by Epic in 2022 raised eyebrows, with some questioning how the two businesses would fit together. This announcement suggests those doubts were well-founded. Epic has offices around the world, including in the UK, It is not yet known where the job cuts will fall. But Mr. Sweeney said the posts were being shed without breaking development at our core lines of business. He added that about 2/3 of the layoffs were in teams outside of core development. Epic is also known for its gaming engine, Unreal Engine, which powers a number of successful titles, including Fortnite and Gears of War. It's always wild to me, like, where was all the spending at? Because it's not like they don't earn. You know what I mean? If they're spending way more than they're earning, where was all the money being spent at? Let's look at this one real quick too. Beloved Battle Royale Fall Guys among those hit by Epic Games layoffs. Mediatonic may have been hit hardest in cuts across Fortnite company. Epic acquired Mediatonic in 2021 after its colorful Battle Royale Fall Guys became a multiplayer sensation earlier in the COVID-19 pandemic. Now it's laying off tons of developers at the UK-based studio as part of massive cost cutting at the Fortnite maker. In Epic CEO Tim Sweeney's email to staff today about more than 800 layoffs, which we're hearing now is closer to 900, which was subsequently shared on the company's website. He said the company would continue to invest in its games. We aren't cutting any core businesses and are continuing to invest in games with Fortnite first-party development, the Fortnite creator ecosystem and economy, Rocket League, and Fall Guys, he wrote. Some developers impacted by the decision immediately started sharing the news they had been cut from the studio on social media. Staff in the office even apparently took the letters normally used to display the company's name and rearranged them to spell dissemination. The image was tweeted out by Ed Fear, designer and writer on Mediatonic's 2020 Ace Attorney-style visual novel, Murder by Numbers. Unfortunately, I'm one of the people affected by the layoffs today at Epic, he wrote. I'm absolutely devastated to leave behind so many amazing Mediatonic colleagues who I love. Others impacted include game designers, level designers, and artists. It's not clear how many people in total were laid off from Mediatonic. How many developers are still working on Fall Guys? A spokesperson for Epic Games declined to share specifics, but called reports that the entire team had been let go false. It's probably a skeleton team. Mediatonic was co-founded in 2005 in Uxbridge, England by Dave Bailey and Paul Croft. Small indie startup was widely known for making Flash games until it released the shooter Who's That Flying for the PlayStation Portable in 2010. Then made a remake of the cult hit Hatoful Boyfriend. Worked on various mobile releases including Gear Pop and Fable Fortunate. But it wasn't until Fall Guys became a breakaway hit in 2020 that Mediatonic's profile blew up and it was subsequently bought by Epic. Is Discord working again? Nice, Soup. I should probably look at that real quick, and we'll pull up an article about Discord real quick. The parent company transitioned the online multiplayer platformer where players maneuver clumsy beans through surreal obstacle courses from a paid model to a free-to-play one more in line with Fortnite. Yo, Peter, what up? How you doing, man? Happy Friday. This came with season passes and the expectations of constant updates and new costumes for fans to be able to purchase. Epic also pulled the game from Steam amid fears it's been stagnating. Some of the game's hardcore fans routinely pine for a major overhaul and revival. Yeah, okay, so here, this is a big thing I was wondering too. When big tech companies announced mass layoffs earlier this year, Sweeney responded with a meme about how Epic Games banded together when things got tough, unlike Google, Meta, and other Silicon Valley giants. It's not clear yet whether Sweeney is taking any pay cuts as part of the latest cost-saving measures. How much do you want to bet Sweeney's not? This is always one of those things that, it's like, whether you want to talk about a company like Epic having a fallout like this, and like I was talking about before, they want to talk about how in a memo to staff, they were talking about how they tried to cut costs, but they were just still spending way more money than they earn. So they need to let go of 870 employees. Yeah. But is their CEO taking a pay cut? Probably not. And how much is Tim Sweeney making a year? That's the wrong guy. Well, what he's worth and what he makes a year is different, but I doubt he's given up much of his own salary or what he's taken home to try and take care of some of these employees and keep them there. You know what I mean? It's usually the case. Whether you want to talk about a situation like this or what we've talked about over the past, couple of days in regards to a company like Capcom, where their CEO is saying we need to raise prices of games again when we just dealt with all these AAA game prices being raised to $70 now, even though almost all, we still got some decent ones out there, but almost all of these AAA studios are in the realm of just throttling their games with all kinds of monetization. Capcom, their most recent release is they're a prime example of it. It's no exception. Exo Primal, dude, full price full price AAA game. You can play it on subscription service, which is what I recommend. The gameplay it gets very stale very quick because it's very repetitive, and basically it's just a big cash grab. Pay full price for the game. It's got battle pass. It's riddled with monetization schemes in it. Absolutely not. Soup, no way. That game should have been a free-to-play game with as much monetization as they had in it, and as kind of terrible as the gameplay itself had something decent core-wise to it, but it just needed more fleshing out, yeah, I don't get it. I don't know either, Soup. Yeah. But and then their CEO wants to talk about how they need to raise prices of their games again. Okay, buddy. So this is what I need to know. Like, these companies want to fire employees, talk about how they're not making enough money. They're spending more than they're putting into the development of their games on like all kinds of different areas or whatever. And it's like, well, then give us the breakdown. Show us all your numbers. How much are you paying your brass? You know what I mean? But you're laying off your employees and you look. I fail to believe that there are plenty of good companies out there that are doing good work and aren't dealing with these issues. You don't see Tango laying off employees. Tango's last game they released as a AAA company dropped at a price point of $30. And they didn't need to promote it and they didn't need to market it. You know why? Because it was a banger. It was so flipping good, they let word of mouth do the promotion for them. You know what I mean? So there's something wrong, dude, when I think that you talk about these big companies needing to lay off 900 people and they're not giving us any kind of real clarity about they're not being open They're not being transparent about what the real situation. Give us the numbers. Show us exactly what's going on. It's not like Epic's not making money, dude. You know, Epic's a massive flipping company. And what's Tim Sweeney making? And is he taking a price cut to try and help out the company if it's really struggling that much? You know, I doubt it. So they always want to push out like these default statements about how things aren't going well, and they need to trim the fat, or they've got to make adjustments and try and save the company or whatever. But they don't. It's a lot of basic bullcrap, really, statements as far as I'm concerned, because none of them actually want to give us definitive statistics and numbers for their budgets, and how much are they making off of these games, and how much are they putting in, and what's the profit margins, and where's the rest of the where's all this being invested at then, and how much money are you paying to your board members and stuff, and your CEOs and everything, and are you managing the money correctly, or are you mismanaging all of your assets and your money, and you're just making your employees pay the price? If that's the case, then sorry, the company deserves to fail. As much as that sucks for the rest of the employees and everything too, but good companies deserve to thrive and bad companies deserve to fail. That's the way that goes. They don't deserve to keep going and keep lining the pockets of just the few at the top with more and more money, and put more pressure on the few that remain to work at the bottom. You know what I mean? That's that like corporate vice, dude, of grinding people down and everything. It's terrible. I don't know. This is always the problem for me. Not being able to have enough visibility about why these companies are doing the things they're doing when they seem like they're doing very well. It's a terrible thing. Now, maybe they're not, but it doesn't come off that way for me quite often. And none of them are ever pushing out the numbers to us either. At least we're not getting any of it in these articles or anything. Maybe I need to do a little bit more digging and see if I can pull out. I don't think that they're going to make budgets public for people or anything either, though. You know what I mean? Or their actual financials, or I don't know how easy it would be able to get it, obtain that kind of information. I don't think they're going to push that out, because then people like me that actually try to take a critical look at that would start calling them out, like I'm kind of trying to do, and they don't want that. See if we can figure out anything about this Discord crap. Discord investigating cause of "you have been blocked" errors. Many Discord users attempting to access their platform have been met with a scary "sorry, you've been blocked" message. This is reported by users of the app and also the website. There have been numerous reports about it on both Twitter and Reddit in the past hour. This was about 1 hour ago, actually. Yeah. Spike in reports about users' inability to access Discord has also been recorded on Down Detector, with the issue starting around 2 hours ago based on the data provided there. Discord's status page shows that the platform's engineers are currently investigating an abnormal rise in API errors. So the issue hasn't been fully resolved yet. Discord's Twitter support handle has also tweeted to inform users that they are aware of the problems, are currently investigating, but no further details were shared. Some people have blamed a scheduled Cloudflare maintenance for the outage, which has reportedly affected other online platforms besides Discord as well. Okay, we'll kind of try to keep track through the day and see what continues happening here. Again, I was having some issues. Oh, Ferret already put it up there. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't see the ping there in Discord. Nah. Yep. Thanks, Ferret. Appreciate it. Basically, same thing we just read. API errors and stuff. We'll keep track of it through the day and see how it goes. I felt like there was something up this morning because, again, the first thing I found was the Epic layoff stuff. Tried to put it in Discord, and it took a long time for it to sync up from me doing it on mobile into the desktop app and everything. So I was like, oh, wow, there's something funky going on. But that's the jam, dude. That's the news. Unfortunate news, actually, about the layoffs and everything. But I don't know. Heart and thoughts go out to all those individuals that are going to be struggling from those layoffs and looking for gainful employment again. Hopefully they find something better. Hopefully the grass is greener for those individuals. Hopefully this will be a blessing in disguise for those people, and they'll find something more fulfilling and better for them moving forward. That's what I hope. I know that anytime that happens to people, it's quite often it's unexpected, and it puts people in a bad spot in life. You know, they struggle a little bit and everything. But my hope is that those people find something really quickly, and it'll be something better for them than they had previously at Epic. You know. But great news segment, guys. I appreciate it very much. We're gonna move on. We're gonna play some video games for a while. I might end a little bit early today. I might just grab my kids, dude, and go grab some lunch together. So we might have a bit of a short Friday today, so I can spend a little bit of Friday time with my kiddos and stuff, man. And then I'll try to go a little bit longer on maybe one of the weekend days or something to make up for it, okay? But we are going to move on. We're going to play video games like we always do, man. We're going to go play some Fallout New Vegas. And so on that note, we're going to kind of wrap this up. I'll just say thanks again to everybody that's always a part of what we do here, man, for being the amazing people you are, and specifically right now for contributing to the video gaming news segment we just did, as I love staying current on what's going on in the industry and being able to flesh out a lot of these ideas with you guys that are also, you know, enthusiasts like I am with the industry as a whole. So if anybody's been able to hang out, you're not familiar with what we do here, we always start off all of our streams at roughly 6 a.m. CST, CDT every day, but Wednesdays. No Wednesday streams. That's our day off. But we start off with video gaming news before we immediately segue into playing games for the rest of the day like we're about to go do right now. But all of our previous video gaming news segments, all of our playthroughs we've done for the games we've played, funny clips that have happened here in the channel, stuff like that. All that content's on the Twitch page and the YouTube page. So you can go check out all the previous content we've done. And I would just prompt anybody that's checking out that content, maybe as a VOD later on, or if you've gotten to check this out live, to come hang out with us if you're enjoying what we do here, man. We got a lot of very, very cool people here. And we're always excited about having new people that are good, cool, chill vibes individuals come be a part of enjoying the world that we all love so much of video games, you know. So other than that, dude, happy flippin' Friday. I hope everybody's day it has gone well so far. Hope it continues going that way. We will be back tomorrow morning with more video gaming news on September 30th. We're gonna go play some games now, but I don't know. Until more news for tomorrow, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. We're going to go play some games. See you in just a second.